Whereas the first ship carrying enslaved Africans to what we now know as the United States of America arrived in 1619.
Whereas this event 400 years ago was significant not only because it ushered in the institution of chattel slavery of African Americans,
but also because it facilitated the systematic oppression of all people of color that has been a devastating and insufficiently understood and acknowledged aspect of our history over these past 400 years.
And that has left a legacy of oppression that haunts us to this day.
Whereas the institution of American chattel slavery subjugated African Americans to nearly 250 years, fractured our nation, and made a mockery of its founding principle that all men are created equal.
Whereas our Constitution failed to end slavery, the oppression of African Americans and other people of color.
Thus, embedding in our society the belief in the myth of a hierarchy of human value based on superficial physical characteristics, such as skin color and facial features.
Resulting in purposeful and persistent racial and gender inequities in education, healthcare, employment, Social Security, and veteran benefits, land ownership, financial assistance, food security, wages, voting rights, and the justice system.
Whereas these oppressions denied opportunity and mobility
to African Americans and other people of color within the United States,
resulting in stolen labor worth billions of dollars, while ultimately forestalling landmark contributions that African Americans and other people of color would make in science, arts, commerce, and public service.
Whereas the consequences of these oppressions have cascaded for centuries, across generations, beyond the era of active enslavement.
Imperiling for descendants of slaves and other targets of oppression that should have otherwise been every American's right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Whereas more than 40 countries have reckoned with historical injustice and its aftermath through forming truth and reconciliation commissions to move toward restorative justice and to return dignity to its citizens.
Now therefore be it that Congress affirms on the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the first slave ship, the United States has a long overdue debt of remembrance to not only those who lived through the egregious injustices, but also to their descendants.
And proposes a United States Commission on Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation to properly acknowledge, memorialize, and be a catalyst for progress toward jettison the belief in a hierarchy of human value, embracing our common humanity, and permanently eliminating persistent racial inequities.
Breathe with me.
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 Breathe with me.